have much to learn about the stewardship of our planet to ensure that the decisions we make today take into consideration the future of our children and that of our children's children. I'd like to also extend a very warm welcome to performer Jodi Contin, who shared her talents with us tonight. Jodi is an Ojibwe band member of Wasauksing First Nation. She is of the Martin clan and is engaged in many unique projects such as hand drumming and singing and hand drum making workshops, sweat lodge and teaching lodge building, organizing annual community powwows, regalia, skirt making, medicine walks and harvesting, youth hunting and cultural camps, and many more. Jodi has been a hand drummer and a singer for more than 9 years, and in 2018 participated in the production of Sounding Thunder via the Festival of the Sound, for which she wrote the lead song, Wasauksing. Now, I need your help, Jodi, in pronouncing that. Without further delay, I'd like to turn the stage over to Wasauksing Chief Warren Tabaganon.
Ani Dojo, Warren Tabaganon, Wasauksing Dojo, now. Hello, everyone. I'm Chief Tabaganon from Wasauksing. I'm from the Beaver clan. I have my totem with me tonight. I'm also the Gima, the chief of the nation as well. So I'm going to do a smudge tonight. I'm going to help leadership, the Seguin Township leadership, start their journey and within their new term in a good way. So of course I want to first of all congratulate the leadership and again understanding all that good work that you do in regards to your communities, but also thanking the Seguin leadership for the invite as well, because I think to some degree it's certainly my first municipal inauguration, and hopefully to see more, because we know that there's over 600 municipalities in Ontario. So in saying that, I say miigwech for the invite, and I'm about to, I've got my miga shell already. There's sacred tobacco and sage, two of our sacred medicines, and again, it is to cleanse us, cleanse our minds, cleanse our heart, and to ensure that we do that good work on behalf of who we represent. It's a way that we start our gatherings with that acknowledgement, with the acknowledgement of creation as well, to start off in a good way, in that cleansed way. So that's what I'm about to do. I know Jodi's going to help me for a moment here. I'm first going to smudge the leadership, and then of course, because this is the building you do your business in, I will just do the perimeter of the hall here. So once I've lit the smudge, and after leadership has been smudged, I will come down onto the floor. Gotta make sure that I get the talking stick. So us as Anishinaabe people, when we do our smudging, our ceremonies, we do it in a clockwise direction. Other tribes do it other directions. The Haudenosaunee would be counterclockwise. So we can identify each other just in how we do our ceremonies. I did the perimeter of the building because this is where your business for your community occurs. As I go back up onto the stage, it's very important to do your flags as well. In the Anishinaabe culture, when we have our gatherings, our community gatherings, we too smudge. We do start our gatherings this way. And it's not necessarily a regulation. We also allow our practices as well. And we consider those to be parts of our opening. So it's not just strictly business. We've incorporated some of our cultural practices into how we're governed is through the Indian Act, a federal law. So we're able, in our community, we use some of our cultural practices and we blend them with the federal law. So just to share that with everyone, just want to again say thank you to everyone for respecting one of our small practices. And again, it is to start the Seguin Council off in a good way. Of course, you know, sometimes the business of the communities can be daunting sometimes. And of course, we have to find good ways to overcome that and achieve the goals of the community. So I say that much. I do have a small gift. It is in regards to relationship building. We had a military alliance with our tribe. We would gift each other. So I would maybe receive a drum and Ann would receive a pipe. And when our relationships were struggling, Ann could always come to me and we would play that drum together. And if my end of the relationship was tarnished or struggling, we would go and smoke the pipe with Ann. And today we've kind of brought it to a modern context. I have brought tea so that if there's any time where we struggle in our relationship, that I know that I can always come and have that tea with Ann.
And I have some coffee roasted on Blackstone Lake Road for you, and I look forward to no problems in our relationship, but many, many times to share the tea and coffee.
Right. Well, thank you, Ann. And again, it is the beginning of a relationship. And sometimes relationships are long journeys. And we certainly hope that our relationship will represent that long journey as well. You know, again, that recognition has been given, and we certainly are grateful for that recognition. And it's really been a pleasure to meet you, Mayor Ann.
It's the beginning.
It's the beginning. So I say miigwech. I say miigwech to the Seguin leadership. I wish you well in your term. Again, as I too understand that business that we do on behalf of our communities. So I say again, thank you for that recognition. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Miigwech.
Have a seat, I think we're going.
Members of the council-elect, please stand and raise your right hand. Having been elected to the council of the corporation of the township of Seguin, you solemnly promise and declare that you will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise the office to the best of your knowledge and ability. You have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or in any other improper manner. You will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. And you make the solemn promise and declaration, conscientiously believing it to be true, and knowing that it is the same force and effect as if made under oath. Do you so swear?
I swear.
I swear.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2022-2026 Council of the Corporation of Township of Seguin.
So I would like to introduce to you the council for 2022 to 2026. In Ward 1, Ken Adams. Ward 2, Mario Buszynski. Ward 3, Greg Getty. Ward 4, Terry Fellner. Ward 5, Ted Collins. And Ward 6, Gail Finnson. I'm honored to stand before you today as your mayor. You've endorsed my first 4 years in office with an acclamation to serve for another 4 years. I accept this responsibility with humility and the shared responsibility to make Seguin a wonderful place to live, work, and play. I do want to acknowledge a few more special guests this evening. Adam Good, who's the Chief Executive Director of Wasauksing First Nation. Also tonight, we have Jodi with us and our very important Chief Administrative Officer, Jason Inwood. I want to thank our outgoing councillors, Daryl Moffat, who's here tonight, dressed in his finery, Rod Osborne, and Art Coles, who've contributed their time and expertise over the past 4 years to help shape our township and its communities. I welcome returning councillors Ted Collins, Terry Fellner, and Gail Finnson, as well as 3 new council faces at the council table, Ken Adams, Mario Buszynski, and Greg Getty. They've all chosen to help build our community, and we welcome their expertise and fresh ideas starting today. Chief Warren Tabadon and Jodi are here tonight to help us celebrate the newly signed Memorandum of Understanding between our 2 communities. It will help us guide us in ensuring that we accept the responsibility to take care of Mother Earth, her plants, her animals, and our shared peoples. We look to each other and the elders of both nations as a source of inspiration, guidance, and the living memory of our communities. We have much to learn about the stewardship of our planet to ensure that the decisions we make today will take into consideration the future of our children and that of our children's children. As a council, we must take the long view for environmental and fiscal stewardship responsibility. Ethical leaders lead by seeing beyond the short term and beyond the urgent. We've been tasked to take care of an amazing abundance of natural resources and beautiful lands and lakes. It is council's responsibility to assess and mobilize public opinion, shape working and living conditions in the township, and build coalitions with other municipalities and councils. While we need to be the stewards of the tax dollar, we must invest in and for future generations. We will build open and transparent relationships with all of our neighbors to ensure that our relationships are based on trust, integrity, and honesty. In accepting the smudging ceremony from Chief Tabadon, we have accepted the spiritual ritual to rid ourselves of all negative thoughts, cleansing ourselves to promote healing relationships and wisdom. I'm honored that the Chief has helped us connect us with the Creator and helped our new Seguin Council gain the spiritual protection and blessings that will help clarify our minds as we turn to the business of council. I truly hope this is a beginning of a lasting gift of positive energy and cooperation between the Wasauksing First Nation and all of the people of Seguin. And this commitment comes from within, not because it's mandated. I will challenge everyone to do bigger and better things for our community, where we can appeal to the voters' hearts. I will religiously preach integrity, knowing that our biggest adversary is indifference. Every municipality has planners, inspectors, and councillors, but in my opinion, no municipality can rival the township staff and the people that make up all of Seguin. It is a very special place because of you. Thank you for placing your trust in me as your mayor. I will work every day to earn that trust and build on the work of our staff and council. Miigwech. Are there any councillors that would like to address?
At the beginning, Chief, there is far more that unites us rather than divides us. Tonight's ceremony is a prime example of this. Thank you. I would like to thank my wife Ann and my children, Jillian and Jackson, for their unwavering support throughout my term as Ward 5 councillor for the past 8 years. Secondly, I would like to thank the citizens who bestowed their confidence and trust in me for a third term of council. The staff and council have been so successful in so many ways this last term, bringing us a top-notch municipality we can all be proud of. I am honored as your councillor to carry on council's goal to shape policies that foster prosperity, equality, opportunity, and well-being for all citizens. My sincere thanks.
I am honored to be acclaimed, and I take this position very seriously. I have enjoyed immensely this last 4 years, particularly the last 2. This council has accomplished so much. It's unbelievable. I feel so proud to be a part of this team. It's not one person. It's not just the mayor. The leadership has been fantastic. The CAO and the mayor have led us into a better place. We are on the road to really good things. The connection with the First Nations is just a part of it, and it's a part that warms my heart. I am so excited that now I'm going to be comfortable because I want to know more. I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm going to come to learn more. Thank you, Miigwech, for the ceremony. It was amazing, really amazing. And I'd like to thank the staff. I didn't know much when I started council, and I was a little concerned because there was a lot I didn't know. I'm sitting on council, I don't know what they're talking about. And I would call staff, I would call Tom, I can call Forrest, I can call Taylor, and they're so patient with me. And they answer my questions, and then now I have a really good understanding of how the township works. I can call Jason, I can call the mayor, I can call any one of the councillors sitting up here, and they'll help me understand what it is I'm faced with, because I don't always know. I don't always know what the right thing to do is. But with the team that we have and the leadership that guides us, we've got amazing things to come. I am so proud and I'm humbled to be acclaimed, and I will work really hard. And thank you everybody for coming. It's so nice to see you all here. Thank you.
That's 2 tough acts to follow. Asked the mayor earlier what exactly the format for the 10 minutes was, and she said, well, she says it isn't 10 minutes apiece. I checked it last time, you didn't say anything. So this time I'd be remiss if I didn't thank all the people that supported me, my wife Janet, my neighbors, everybody that that's brought me into the second term. It's much appreciated. Enjoyed immensely the last 4 years. Unfortunately, I got myself immersed in a few things that are going to take another couple of years to clean up. So thank you to the chief for all his good wishes, and I feel better already, and the staff, and thank you all for coming out.
I would like to thank the residents of Ward 3 in Seguin Township for having the confidence in me to give me the privilege of representing them. And I look forward to working with council and representing our constituents of Ward 3 right across the other 5 wards. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to say to all the people that elected me that I'm really grateful, and I will live up to your trust. I think my campaign was based on Seguin being the natural place to be, and I was on council before this last term, and I think if you knew me then, you would know that I upheld that, and as a background in environmental planning, that's my big interest. I would like to also say to the chief that when I was a councillor in Ward 2, the mayor and I were probably responsible for the fact that the Rose Point Road is the way it is today. Because we realized, as did a lot of residents telling us, that you can't just repave the road. There were a lot of rock cuts that needed to be taken out for safety for people that were bicycling and walking. So I think that's one good example already of how Seguin can cooperate with your First Nation. Other than that, you know, it's a little bit of deja vu, but it's a totally different staff and a lot of different council. And I'm excited to look forward to working with this group of individuals, and I hope to see great things come out of it. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank my wife Gail for supporting me when I decided to run for council. I'd also like to thank family and friends, and especially my daughter Ashley, who looked after and made sure I had everything I needed during my campaign. I'd like to thank all the people of Ward 1 who believed in me and voted for me, which brought me here today. Thank you.
Being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of meetings of council is hereby deemed to have been read a first, second, and third time and passed by council. Could I have a motion from Councillor Adams? Okay. And seconded by Councillor Buszynski, please. I now have a motion that the council of the corporation of the Township of Seguin does hereby adjourn this inaugural meeting of council at 7:41 p.m. to meet again on Monday, November 28th, 2022, or at the call of the mayor. We are adjourned.